It's fair to say that I've been living the world of rechargeable mice. Don't know. People who normally who use it for for production or for any kind of work. I do tend to really appreciate them and respect them as well because I just can't find myself using trackpad of laptop or PCs. I've not tried Macs before, to be frank. But generally, I don't feel comfortable. For instance, just taking a laptop and then using the trackpad like this one here. This is the best of all my trackpads. This Samsung Galaxy Book, but I'm not comfortable using it. So in case I forgot to say, I was actually introduced to computers via desktop, so that could have played a role in me preferring using normal mouse to using a normal mouse to using trackpad of computers of PCs rather. So uh, these the rechargeable so it all started with using the normal mouse that we all know about, that is taking plugging your mouse to your laptop through your USB uh, port, and then using it to control it or using it for work or anything you want to use it for. But there was a problem, and that problem was, we all know that the battery life of laptops generally are not great as compared to phones. The Snapdragon Elite X or the new laptop ARM-based CPUs might change that, but generally we all know that the battery performance for PCs are usually generally very bad. So uh, by using a USB mouse directly, you discover that the battery of my laptop was even draining faster. So there was an issue with battery life there. So I stepped into the next level, that is using a wireless mouse. So this wireless mouse, like one Logitech I used, and I forgot the name, and also one HP. This mouse, you have to get, there's a battery port usually at the bottom, and then you put your battery there, and then you work with it till the battery dies. So these batteries were not rechargeable batteries, and it leads to a problem. So sometimes uh, the battery they drain, the battery become dead when maybe in the middle of the night at a very wrong time, and then there's no way you can continue. You'd have to wait. You'd have to wait till the next day to get a new battery. So if you're not having a backup battery, there was no way you could continue what you were doing immediately. So I used it for a period of time, and then I discovered that no, this isn't enough. Went on AliExpress, stick on Google then, and I searched for rechargeable mice. I've never seen anyone before. I've never seen anyone use it before. I just thought of it could be possible that people are already creating something like this, a mouse that you are able to recharge. Because if we already have a mice with batteries, mice that use batteries, then what is it? What does it really take to get this battery as inbuilt battery, and then uh, get them as rechargeable batteries? So what I want to concentrate on is the redragon M810 Pro. Yeah, the redragon M810 Pro. Yeah, I think that's would be the best way to pronounce it. So how did it land here? I just want to briefly go through, should I call it history? So it started with this Xiaomi mouse that I got a couple of years ago. What was the problem? The problem with this was that it was fine. The build quality is nice. I think probably one of the best here. Uh, but the motor, this rolling, what's it called? Forgotten the name here. Was also very nice. The problem with this was that the battery was lasting for about like 5 or 7 hours, and I thought that was, even though it was cool, but that wasn't good enough. I had that at the back of my mind that it could be possible that there is another one, another rechargeable mouse out there with a much better battery life, because for this to just last for about 7 hours before needing it to be recharged, I thought it wasn't really good enough. So let me try another leg. That was what led me to these redragon m910 KS Ranger lights. Uh, it's so bad now that you can't. I don't know. Recently, I discovered that this RGB lighting that goes like this across and gives you this kind of very beautiful design, they are no longer working. So I think it's already telling me that he wants to retire. But then when I got my hands on this, it took, so it was, the battery life was really, really, really good. So it was later that I discovered that it was having about 600 mAh battery, and the first one about 200 or 300 mAh battery. So the battery capacity of this was twice the one in this Xiaomi mouse. So I used this for a couple of, used this for a very long time, but in terms of build quality, it's okay. I would say it's okay, but it wasn't as good as this Xiaomi mouse. But it was good enough. So I used it for some time. The battery could last 2, 3 days, 3 days plus, 4 days. In fact, the battery was really, really, really impressive. But then I just thought I can also just take this a step further. If we have a mouse with a battery of like 600 mAh, then I think we could get another one with a higher battery capacity. That was what led me to this Lenovo M500, which happened to, which happened to, should I say, fulfill the promise or meet the requirements. So this one comes with a 800 milliamp hour batteries, which is about 200 milliamp hours larger than this. But aside that, I think this is the worst of all of the mouse that I've used. This Lenovo M400 Legion, whatever it is. Aside from the fact that the battery lasts for a very, very, very long time, for 5 days, 6 days, there's just about nothing to write home about this mouse. It's practically the smallest of them, and then aside that, sometimes I don't really feel it doesn't work well on so many surfaces like the other three. So I used this, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. I said, well, what if I try to get a mouse that has a longevity of this Lenovo M500? It has the beauty of these redragon M910 KS Ranger Light, or whatever it is called, and then the build quality of this Lenovo mouse. I did a little bit of my research, and I finally came out with a mouse that does not just satisfy every of what I've mentioned in those three mice, but also beats all of them. So what do I mean by this? I mean, it beats this Xiaomi mouse in terms of build quality. It beats this in terms of beauty, the design, and then it also beats this in terms of battery life, because this comes with a 1000 milliamp hour battery, and I can confirm to you that it can last me for up to a week with normal usage. So the redragon M810 Pro is a mouse that I would recommend for anyone out there, even gamers. Believe me, it's one of those mice that wouldn't make you spend $100 plus because you want to game, and yet you have a very, very good gaming experience with this mouse. It can go as sensitive as up to about 10,000 DPI, which is really good enough for casual to mid, should I say mid-range gamers. And aside that, so if you check the other rechargeable mice, you wouldn't get you will see that they are just they had normal shape. But then there's something else that is really I really like about this, and that is this kind of projection here, where my thumb can rest. Now I've seen different mice with this before. I never knew what the importance was. I was just feeling like, so what's this? What is this for? Is it just? But I've always said to people here is for ergonomics. I never knew this was really going to make a huge difference. Believe me. You see this projection here, it makes a huge difference in terms of like how comfortable it is using this mouse. It's a nice addition. And then in terms of build quality, like I said, it beats even the Xiaomi mouse in terms of build quality. It's really well built. The battery lasts for a very long time, and it works on just about every surface, as you see it here. So it has a lot of buttons as well, and just know these batteries, all these buttons, they are customizable. Now if you want to increase the DPI of this mouse, you use this button here, and then on the other hand, you use this other one to decrease the DPI. And then additionally, you can use this to change the pattern of the lights, the pattern of the lights that you want. That's not very important, but that is what you get here. So I would recommend this. Now, okay. There's something I didn't, one thing I didn't mention about this rechargeable mouse, and that is I reviewed a rechargeable keyboard some time ago that I just opened. It's also a redragon keyboard. The good thing about this is that you can use them both wired and wireless. So as this one is, you can use it via your 2.4 gigahertz adapter. I don't know where this one is. Yes. So you can use, it has this 2.4 gigahertz adapter that you can use. So you can use it wirelessly. You can also use it via a USB cord. So for this one has it has this braided USB cord that you can use to charge it. So when you plug it in and you plug this in and you are using it, it charges this, and at the same time you can use it. And there's one cool thing about this, and also I think it's also available on this other redragon mouse, but it's not on this Lenovo or this Xiaomi mouse, and that is the ability to charge it with another device and use it with another device. So for instance, I can have this USB plugged to a power bank and then be using it with my laptop. It doesn't work with this. If you try it with this, it's not going to work. It's not going to work with this, but this has it. So that was why I said this just ticks every box in terms of flexibility and usability, and that is why it's the point of focus for this particular video, the redragon m810. It's a very nice one. It's a beautiful mouse, by the way, if you really care about it. If you really care about that, the aesthetics. Yeah. So that is it.